very much about self-development and understanding who you are as a person and where you are in the universe. But the other part of my teaching, which I'm very much aware of, is that you are learning how to become trance-speaking mediums. Okay, so I'm focusing now on helping you to speak in the trance state. So as I said in my talk, I can't even remember my talk, but I would imagine I said something like, you need to create stepping stones into methods of connecting to the intelligence, and then you need to allow the intelligence to be part of you. That's all you need to do. Once the intelligence is part of you, the effect it has on you, yeah, you're going to have all different types of effect. You're going to feel the personality of someone. If you are connecting to the spirit world, you are feeling the personality of a spirit guide. Or if you go to other realms, you will just feel an intelligence. You all can have a different experience. And that it's important that you accept that it's your experience, your reality, and don't compare it with anybody else. So all just relax, be comfortable with who you are, go into the quiet state, the comfortable state. And when I say comfortable, I want to be physically comfortable, but also I want you to be comfortable with who you are. And as you become comfortable with who you are, you start to undo what I call false realities, false perceptions. You start to undo who you think you should be and focus on who you really are. And that's the key. You are who you are at this moment in time. And I want you to see yourself going through nature, walking through nature, taking one step at a time, moving your awareness. And that's what you were doing. You are moving your awareness from point A to point B. Point A is the physical world, and we're going to call point B the energetic world. So just see yourself making that journey, taking one step at a time, and imagine each step that you take, you are withdrawing from the physical world and you are walking towards the energetic world. And in the distance, you see a clearing, a beautiful clearing surrounded by trees. And you walk towards that clearing because there is a light which is emanating from that area. And as you walk towards it, you are walking into the light. As you come to the trees, you step through the gap of the trees and you see a clearing which is illuminated by a light from above. And just for a moment, just stay there, open your heart, hold your head up and feel the essence of this pure light as it interacts with you and how you interact with the light. It energizes you. And just start to feel yourself energized. And as you feel energized, then you start to feel and know that everything is right in your world. Everything is perfect. You are exactly where you are meant to be. And once you fully engage that, you then start to love yourself, because you have stripped away any false realities of who you think you should be. Because life, your life, is not about who you think you should be. It is who you are at this moment in time. And you are a multi-dimensional intelligence. And you are part of a multi-dimensional universe. And you are connected to the source of all that is. That is your reality. And you have access to all that is. And this access is created by you. By you. You create the access. You create the method you use of linking to the intelligence. So you create your own boundaries. You create your own limitations. Because if you decide that you want to create a pathway to a certain aspect in the universe, that's what you will create. That's what you will experience. That will become your reality. And so your growth, in a way, is creating pathways and then undoing pathways and creating more pathways and undoing those pathways, and so on and so on. But to connect to the intelligence of the universe, you need to create a pathway to that intelligence. So first of all, create your pathway of how you want to interact with the intelligence of all. What stepping stones, what form do you need to see, to know, to be part of, to allow you to connect to this intelligence? Let's call it, in the center of your circle, the intelligence is manifesting. Because it's easier to focus down on a single energy. Trying to connect to the energy of all. Maybe some of you will do that, maybe some of you won't do it. But let's just perhaps say it's a focal point for you. So create a focal point of how you can connect to the intelligence. And now you have that focal point. I want you to see yourself walking towards the focal point. And I want you to get closer and closer and closer. And that each step you take towards the focal point, the more expansive the energy feels. Until finally you have arrived at your focus. However you perceive your focus, you are not only there, but you have now become the focus. And the moment you become the focus, and if that's a spirit guide or a light or an energy, then I want you to allow the thoughts of that energy, allow the thoughts of that focal point just to manifest in your mind. And the more the thoughts of the focal point manifest, the more you become the focal point. It's almost like forgetting who you were, forgetting the human aspect of you, and focusing very much on the energetic aspect of what you are part of. Remember, there are no wrongs. Discarnate spirit, spirit guide, ascended master, angelic realms, galactic beings, pure light, pure love, pure color, it's immaterial. You are creating your own pathway to your reality, which is real. So allow those thoughts to become more and more impactful in your mind. And as they become impactful, then they start to fill your mind. And you start to become the thoughts of the intelligence. So the thoughts are getting stronger and stronger and stronger until you become the thoughts. And this is where trance-speaking takes place. As you become those thoughts have come from the intelligence. They have traveled through your subconscious. They are now being presented in your consciousness, in your conscious. So you've done the hard work. You've become the thoughts of the intelligence. And I want you now to see yourself. I want you to step away from the situation so you are looking at yourself. And as you look at yourself, I want you to see yourself speaking those thoughts. You're not interfering. You are looking at the intelligence, which is you, and the intelligence that is you is verbalizing wisdom and knowledge. And just allow that process to happen. And the key with this exercise is getting lost in those thoughts. As you get lost in those thoughts, they take you on a journey. And as you go on that journey, you become the thought, you become the journey. And then the human side of you just needs to express it. And to help you with this process later, I will give you a topic or word or phrase for you to think about as the intelligence. And that will help you focus, because you will focus on what you think the topic is. You would focus on how you would present the topic. But I will ask you to go into the thoughts of the intelligence and allow the intelligence to express the topic. And that's another tool that will help you to differentiate between your thoughts, which are created from your human self, compared to the thoughts that are created from the intelligence of all that is. And the deeper you go into your thoughts, the more you realize how easy it is to speak about them without interacting with them. But now slowly see yourself coming back to that clearing. And I want you to be yourself in the center of the clearing. And I want you just for a moment to feel connected to everything that is. And realize all you need to do is express the intelligence of everything that is and get lost in those thoughts. And slowly just turn around. Start to make your way out of the circle and start to make your way back across the bridge of nature. And as you bring yourself back, you can contemplate that the energy, the intelligence of the universe can be whatever aspect of the universe you decide you want to connect to at this moment in time. And all you need to do is to allow that energy to express itself. However you perceive it, however, whichever part of the universe you decide you are accessing. And as you start to walk back, you feel your feet on the floor, on the pathway, and then you feel your feet on the floor in the room you're at. And as you feel your feet on the floor in the room you're at, then you bring yourself back.